I want to revamp this channel. Hey, wow, first video of We Attempt New Things Year 2. More importantly, I'm not singing it this time. Good gravy, that was far more difficult than I imagined. Well, you know how people say new year, new me? I'm taking that sort of approach with the We Attempt New Things channel. So, why now? What makes me think I'm capable of a revamp? What is involved in a revamp anyhow? Well, there are three main levels of revamp that I'm considering. 1. Revamp of branding, 2. Revamp of character, and 3. Revamp of video structure. But hey, you know what won't be revamped anytime soon? My unwavering penchant for breaking things down into smaller things in the form of a plan, so let's get to it. Now, I can't talk about my plan without first going into why I'm planning to make some updates to the channel, so let's go through them. First, improvement of skills and new technology. When I first started this, I had a computer, editing software, and a mic. Since then, I've gotten a drawing tablet and a Scarlett Solo, the thing that lets me plug my keyboard directly into my computer. The main thing to focus on this list, though, is the drawing tablet, my Huion that I use to draw. This goes hand in hand with my improved skill set. While I certainly cannot classify myself as a good artist by any stretch of the imagination, I've definitely improved from where I once was. So, when previously I was making thumbnails using Microsoft Paint, now I draw them, and similarly, any logos or images I had were also made via a mouse and MS Paint. Next up, on the why. Let's talk about something that I've been thinking about a lot lately: identity. I like to think that I've stayed relatively consistent in my mission statement from the beginning. This channel was created in order to keep myself accountable while doing projects that I've either wanted to do or failed to do previously. My hope is that others will be inspired or informed by my journey, which will help them with their own. So I don't mean identity in that sense, that's still something I very much want to focus on. I'm not going to suddenly turn around and become a gaming channel, that's what twitch.tv/blobbermcnugget is for. No, my identity, I mean the actual physical what of how I represent myself online and what I've been doing. Speaking first of representation, my go-to representation was this stock image. I don't know why, I just liked it. I thought it was funny. That shifted slightly to that of a potato, since that was what I was using on Twitch when streaming. Well, now my identity really has been solidified, thanks to my Twitch persona and more specifically my VTuber models. I am Blobbert. I am a blob. Well, a blob that transforms into a human. While I haven't finished rigging the human model when writing this, I'm sticking with the design. This now gives me a solid design to base video content, thumbnails, and all that good stuff on. I'm going to own it, and until I update the design, which even then I hope to keep the same hallmarks, this is the direction that I'm going. Now, the what of what I've been doing. When I started this channel, I knew I was going to do Chinese and creating an anime opening. Twitch and voice acting were another two that I was very keen to start working on. However, other things have happened. I got engaged, I got our cat, Nugget. I started making Chinese shorts. I'm now in the process of planning a wedding. All these things combined means I can implement these projects, for lack of a better term, into my visuals. The final why is, well, there are just a few things that I want to change. Minor things, but things that I have to make a conscious effort to change. And I can see this as putting my foot down and deciding, no more stalling, we're doing it now. And classifying this second year as a new season of the channel softens the blow of that change. With those things in mind, let's take a gander at the plan. Branding, character, and video structure. Let's take them in order. Branding is pretty straightforward. My logo for the last year has been plain text. I like the Russo 1 font, and the idea of multiple colors combining into white, similar to how it works with light, was a basic one. Now that I've got the means and a slight upgrade in skill, I actually want to make my logo more visually interesting. I'm hoping to incorporate visual elements that reference my major projects, so Chinese, drawing and animating, streaming and voice acting, and of course incorporating my Blobbert design in as well. I'll need 3 different versions too, a channel banner, minified for shorts, and a channel profile image thing. When doing the design of the channel banner, I'll also keep in mind how it will affect my opening intro thing, since that'll have to be redone as well to fit the updated aesthetic. An additional item that I've floated on a stream before is to create my own blob font. Similar to what I mentioned in my VTuber design video, my blob hair stuff is a B, and I've also created an A and an R, so why not create an entire alphabet of letters and turn it into a font? I've never actually created a font before, so that could be a fun little one-episode project. Branding, at least on YouTube, also includes stuff like thumbnails, which also links into character, because my thumbnails have been wildly inconsistent over the last year. First I tried to use the thumbs up stock image in it, then I started drawing it digitally and I drew my thumbnails. Now that I have my designs, I'm going to start using them in the thumbnails, like with my last voice acting video. I'm not sure if I'll use the blob form or the human form though. My heart says human, but my mind says blob since it's easier to draw. Finally, with branding is repeating lines. There's a reason whenever somebody says, "That's just a theory," you probably just completed that line either in your head or out loud. If you've watched more than 2 of my videos, you'll already know that I have repeated lines that I use. I want to X at the start of the video, and after all, it's we attempt new things, not I attempt new things at the end of the video. I'm going to keep the I want to X intro, though maybe I'll make the want part of the visuals more consistent. As for the outro, something that's bugged me for a long time is that I end on the not I attempt new things. Really, it should be the other way around, so from now on I'm going to say, after all, it's not I attempt new things, it's we attempt new things. Alrighty, onto character. And as I've mentioned, I'm going to start using my VTuber models in the thumbnails, but that'll also extend over into the video visuals as well. My original plan eons ago was to draw up all of my frequent use stock images, but I'm going to alter that somewhat to be draw up my frequent stock images as equivalent blobby boy poses. I'll alternate between the use of the blob or the human form, or maybe in the future I'll just have a human and blob form of both. Though once again, blob form is far, far easier to draw. Another idea that I'm still playing around with in my mind is either A, recording my VTuber self while reading the script so I have a thing on screen during the entirety of the video, or B, having a static space filler image. The actual end goal of this is to greatly reduce my editing time, or really video production time in general. If I could record, edit, and upload a video in a single day, that would leave me so much more time to actually fulfill the goals, and maybe even commit to some extra streaming time slots. I have gotten much faster at editing, but it's still a several-hour job, usually spread across 3 evenings. Finally, video structure. Though this is more of a conscious effort type thing, like the outro line, rather than a I have to work towards achieving this. It's been an internal argument about how much do I want to play the game of YouTube, and also Twitch, and I've always been resistant to it. On one hand, and this I am more committed to, I don't plan on chasing after trends, doing fast cuts, putting on that over-enthusiastic YouTuber voice designed to make you feel more engaged. I want to stay me, filtered through a blobby veneer, and give an authentic account of all these different experiences that I'm having. Otherwise, what's the point? If I make a wedding video, sparkle it up and make it seem like everything was smooth, everyone was happy, wow, look how organized and perfect my wedding was, that's not going to help anyone. In 20 years' time, I'm not going to be able to rewatch it and be like, yeah, that's how it happened. Or I won't be able to show my kids and be like, oh yeah, here's how your mum and I got married. And worst of all, anyone actually looking for some sort of guidance through my experience, it won't help them. All these pursuits, much like life, it can be messy. Things can go wrong, like learning Chinese, I slip up. I overestimate myself, I just straight up fail and forget to do things. That's the authentic experience I want to convey to everyone watching. On the flip side though, after dedicating many days, many afternoons, and lots of my free time and a chunk of stress towards creating that 1-year anniversary song and getting 13 views, 2 of which are mine because after working on a song for so long it tends to get stuck in your head, so I needed to listen to it, well, it's a bit disheartening. I can say I don't care about views, and that is still mostly true, but that 1-year anniversary video wasn't about fulfilling a project goal or holding myself accountable. It was a celebration of more or less a successful year on YouTube. And when I look at it and think, well, maybe I should have just taken the week off and rewarded myself with a break. That got a bit too real there for a second. Well, alright. How about I put it in these terms? What steps can I take to improve video retention and user engagement, which would result in, hopefully, better stats, which in turn would lead to my videos being recommended to more people, while at the same time not succumbing to the worst excesses of YouTube algorithm chasing? First off, I think the intro doohickey needs to be moved a little bit later in the video rather than right at the beginning, kind of like how I did it at the 1 anniversary special. That's how the majority of all large channels that I watch do it. Start with their intro into the video content, / tease what the video is about, and then run their intro. Second, request the user engagement stuff earlier on in the video. I can re-ask at the end, but based on my stats, people aren't getting that far anyway. No, I'm not going to rewrite this script to do that in this video, but I'll be doing it from next video onwards. Third, and this will probably be the most controversial and the one I least want to do the whole subscribe, ring the bell, like the video, call to action thing. Yup, with a graphic and everything. Gross. But apparently, according to all the sources, it's something that works, unfortunately. That goes for shorts too. I can add a sneaky call to action somewhere in there. I'll try and customize it, though that may take a little bit to get a cute little blob jumps from one thing to the next overlay done, so at least for the time being, it will be basic. As someone who has used YouTube since darn near close to its inception, it feels weird to have to do all of this stuff. That sort of, please like, comment, and subscribe XD stuff was weird back then, but it's pretty commonplace now. Heck, this whole channel concept is definitely more of a 2010 vibe, but hey, it feels in place here, a channel about doing things I regret previously not doing in the vibe of a time when I didn't do them. Poetic, I guess. I'm just an old man at heart. I mean, old blob. Still not decided if I'm going to stay in blob character for this or Twitch. Either way, yeah, a bit of a heavier video than what I was intending it to be. What's something you can think of that would improve these videos? You know, aside from turning the editing up to 11, which I simply neither have the skill nor time to do. Please subscribe to stay notified, and ring the bell. Oh gosh, I hate it, and please like the video too, but only if you do like it. Geez, I value your input and your support. After all, it's not I attempt new things, it's we attempt new things. Thank you all for watching, and well, I've previously said I hope you have a fruitful day. Should I change that too? I mean, I hope your whole fortnight is fruitful, your whole life even. I wish nothing but the best for everyone in their endeavors to pursue their self-improvement and fulfillment, that they will be motivated and that they will strive not just for the quick rush of endorphins that simple material pleasures give, but rather the deep fulfillment that you can look back later in life and confidently say, yes, I worked hard, spent my time, and I achieved something worthwhile. But that's a little long. I'll workshop it a bit. So, I suppose, until next time, I hope you have a fruitful day.